What is going on, guys? We're back with episode 2. Gonna start off where we left off, right on the beach. Let's just take it back a little bit. So, if you start on planet Calypso, which is where I definitely recommend you start, there are multiple planets in Entropia Universe. There's Monria, there's Arcadia, Toulon, Serene, Rocktropia, all sorts of planets you could play on. But a lot of people disagree with the Calypso as a starting point because they say that the loot is pretty rough here compared to the other planets, which seem a little bit more fair. I've been treated mixed on Calypso, so I've gotten some very good drops. I've had some very bad losses, so can't really judge too much. I'll have to try out another planet soon. Been pretty lazy about that and just really sort of nervous. Well, let's take it back and say you started on planet Calypso. You'd go through the starting missions, which is just, you're on I can't remember the name of the island, but some little random island they throw you on where you do all these little starter missions. They're pretty fun. They have you drive a car around, refuel it, talk to NPCs, all sorts of stuff. They can kill some creatures, you do a little bit of mining. They make you do a little bit of everything to get out of the tutorial. You can, look at this person stealing my sweat. Kill. GG, nub. So that's a little bit of bad etiquette in Entropia Universe, so if you were wondering, that is not a nice thing to do. If somebody's sweating a creature, just let him sweat the creature. You go kill the million other creatures that spawn here. Okay, so we start on planet Calypso. We go through our little starter missions. Then we are spit out onto this beach next to where that little flying doodad was. That looked like... Do I really not have it on me? Serious? I don't have my Sleipnir on me, which is the spaceship. That is the cheapest to get when you start, and I definitely recommend it. You have a little bit of side cash to throw into the game right away. Sleipnir's nice, but that's beyond the point. So, started on the beach. They give you a Rubio, which is the little carbine rifle. They give you a Skildick. It's not the lance head that they give you. They give you a stronger one, actually. It takes more ammo, and you burn through the ammo, like, almost instantaneously, so be careful with that. I think it's the launch head that they give you. Careful with that. The biggest mistake is that someone just walks up and they're like, oh, rocket launcher, oh, 5 creatures right there. They put them, like, right in the beginning of the spawn, or right in the beginning of the game. There's a 5-creature spawn point. So everybody just wants to shoot it with the rocket, and they have 5 creatures attacking them, they die instantly. Because when you start out, you have, like, no evade. Look at this guy stealing my critter again. Not cool, bro. Bad. That's all you need to know. Never really know anybody's language. A lot of people play this game from Sweden. But yes, the 5-creature spawn point's right yonder. Just, yeah, you know, don't shoot that with a rocket launcher when you start out. Be careful, swant your way through with the guns, and, hopefully you'll loot another gun in that time. It's regularly going to happen, so I do recommend, buying a gun from the TT, but you want to do all these little missions that you can do. You see somebody announcing last call for Gauntlet. That's a mission you want to do right away. You just grab 2 or 3 other people that are starting out, and you go through these sets of 2 instances. There's Gauntlet 1 and Gauntlet 2. Finishing Gauntlet 1 gives you 10 ped worth of ammo, which is, like, insanely valuable at that level. It allows you to hunt for quite a while. And also, when you finish Gauntlet 2, you get Vivo S10, which is a healing tool that I'm level over 40, and I still use it today. It's not the greatest, and honestly, I've very close to completely outgrown it. It still has some purpose when I have to heal just like a tiny bit of health. No more sweat. Okay. Kill it. So yeah. Let's say we've gotten here. We've killed our creatures, I think. For this NPC, she has you kill some of the creatures on the beach here, and she will give you another Rubio when you complete it, so you do have another gun. I think she gives you some ammo as well. These are all like really vague things, but the big take home from this is to talk to all the NPCs you can find in Camp Icarus. Once you're off the beach, you can head up to where the gauntlet is. Talk to the Gauntlet Organizer once you've arranged a party of 2 or 3 people, and a very important part of Entropia, when you make the team, make sure that it's always share loot, because all these other ones can be manipulated to benefit the party leader, or whoever set up the party. People do some shady things with it, so make sure that if you do create a party, then you check the team settings when you create it. Make sure it's shared loot. Okay. So, say we've gotten here, we went and did the gauntlet with our team. We are rocking out pretty hard. Captain Hayes sounds like a good NPC to talk to. I do remember him giving some quests. I believe that you talked to him to get your initial few quests, which involve killing some punies out here, so don't waste all your ammo on the beach just hunting. Make sure you save it all for all the quests you can do. Talk to Captain Hayes. Once you burn through all his quests, he will send you up here to talk to the dude with the broken neck. Sometimes when his graphic loads, his neck's all like... There you go. Alex Buchan, who eventually, once you finish, you will have to do like 3 quests. Once you finish the 3rd quest, which is actually pretty cool, you have to go sneak your way through some bots, which you will also encounter in the Gauntlet 1. So... they're not really too much to worry about, but you will get Buchan's spare rifle, which is an unlimited gun, which means it'll never burn out. You can repair it. And it doesn't burn too much ammo. It's got pretty decent damage, so if you want to avoid the starter pack and getting the Z12, Buchan's spare rifle is definitely a viable gun to use, and with an A101 amp, which is fairly expensive. It's plus 240, so it costs like $26 for the whole thing. But that makes your eco very good. And eco, a term that I probably should have explained too. Eco is the economy of your hunting style. It's how much damage or, I guess, resources you're getting for how much you put out. Playing eco, like swunting, is a very eco activity to hunting. And being eco is just maximizing, for me as a hunter, it's maximizing the damage per peck on my gun. So with the A3 Justifier MK2 adjusted and the A106, my DPP, damage per peck, along with my improved Ares ring, is 2.99 damage per peck, which is very high for the level of weapon that it is. So it's not bad at all. It's important to remember, though, that being eco just really allows you more rolls of the dice in the end. If you have low eco, you're not going to be able to kill as many creatures with 300 ped worth of ammo as you do if you have worse eco. So, or if you have better eco. Go the other way with that. Alright, so we've gotten here, we've gone through, done all of our quests at Camp Icarus. You already know that I can't make another character and do this again, otherwise I would, and I would love to explain it to you, but it's not possible. Done all these quests, Icarus is beside us, we actually would go over to this teleporter and it would be pretty blank. So, first order of business when you get into game is to go over to Port Atlantis Mall and talk to the elevator operator, and they will give you a whole bunch of other teleporters. And we will go there now, actually, because we can do just a little activity that I wanted to show you. Just another beginner activity that's not hunting, it's another form of resource gathering. So yeah, you would go here, talk to the teleporter technician, and then you would get a whole bunch of other teleporters in Calypso. You wouldn't get as many as I have in my list, but eventually you'll just fly around to all these places and you will unlock different teleporters. Everywhere you see a blue dot, it's a teleporter. And the walk from there to there, from Port Atlantis to Icarus, is like 6 minutes. So you can imagine just how big Calypso is as a whole. So we're at Port Atlantis. And always look around the towns. You'll see NPCs will have yellow exclamation marks over their head whenever you have a quest available from one. So that is something to keep an eye out for. I believe that my daily quest should be up to do right now. But that's a higher level quest, and we will leave that for another day. Alright, so we've gotten into Entropia. We want to be really eco and not lose a lot of money. We want to play and we want to get some skills. But we're just not feeling the hunting scene, so what can we do? Tools, Terratech PH1. This tool will give you the ability to chop down trees and turn them into short moonleaf boards. There are better resource gathering tools for wood, as you get higher, that people craft, but you will not be able to use those unless your skills are adequate enough. So go get you one of these things from the TT and pop it on. I mentioned this in my last video about using the hotkeys. G, L will open up. G is going to be your keyboard, L is edit mode, and then you can open up I as your inventory, and you can just drag the item right onto it. So we will put this on F11 because I'm barely ever going to use it. So you can only see harvestable trees when you have the item equipped, when you have the tool equipped. Unless you have a Christmas ring 2016, which you can then see it all, which is crazy. Those rings cost about $2,000. I'm not going to be doing that. They'll also have this little marker right there. So, use the auto use tool function, or E to use your tool, to get to functions that aren't standard. Just like say you want to put an auto use tool function, or let's say check my mentorship, which is F12 for me. You want to go to Y and go to the action library, search for any action that you need, and then attach that action the same way to your keyboard that you would an item or a skill or anything else. Alright, so we want to put back on our log chopper. We got us some moonleaf boards. That's a huge tree, level 3. The wood business is good business today. That was a nice one. 0.8 ped. I don't know what the eco is on how much decay this has per use, so let's find out. We'll check the Terratech TT right now is 4.78. We'll use it one time. So it's 0.2. So we are losing with each pull that's not 0.2. But that one pull that was 0.8 surely made up for it. And while these wood shavings come up as 0 ped, they're likely just rounding down, so that will eventually pile up as well. Honestly, I've done this like 3 times, and I've never found this many trees just chilling. It's usually like a couple trees sparsely scattered between giant mobs of creatures. Yeah. Power tools. Why So Serious killed Attacker Gen 3 26 ped. I've had the Attacker daily in PvP so many times. And A, I've never been killed, which is awesome. And B, oh nice. Salt's muscle oil. And B, I've never gotten a global from an attacker ever. Gotten a couple like decent minis, 15 petters here and there. There's a tree. You can see my technique of just hovering over. Why is my guy's like head like broken right now? He's just like staring down at this freaking tool. It's so strange. It's hilarious though. Keep chopping. So we'll do a few more trees so you get the idea of what the return will be like on your tree chopping. We'll hopefully get another decent payback, like a 0.08 or something again. And that would top us off. I always like to end my hunts on a high note. So we will do the same for wood chopping. Need to find me some more level 3 trees. What is going on? Why can't I chop the tree from that angle? Now I have to cut the center of the tree where there's no tree. That is an effective chopping method, let me tell you. We are probably getting some sweet skills though, let me tell you. Like, all these skills that I'm getting right now, I have like none of, so it's gonna really boost my total skill amount. It's not gonna really help me. It's gonna make me look cooler when I can say that I have 100k skills. Look at that, a 0.04. Alright, so since this is like the most entertaining activity ever, we will head back to the TT and just see just how bad that return was. My memory serves correctly, though. These have no markup at all, really. Let's see. So in December, somebody bought 14 pet of these for under TT. In January, A couple of them sold for 100.2%. See, the scary amount that have sold below TT is the reason I'm probably gonna just TT these things. Then I really don't plan to ever have a large amount of them. Let's see, in the late December, oh man, 73 ped sold for 131. 117 December or January 12th. So I will actually hang on to these and not feed them to the TT. Who knows when I'll get bored enough to burn the rest of that Terratech out. And our wood shavings, which did pile up to a respectable quarter ped. 289 ped Argonaut Adult. Argonaut Adult only takes 1 ped to kill. That's a nice one. So since it's a limited item, you can't repair it. This type of item cannot be repaired. You'll notice the L for anything that's limited. Alrighty, so let's see what the damage is. We burned the Terratech down 0.94 ped, so almost 1 ped was used. We got back 0.79. That was a loss of 0.15, which is realistically shooting 1 creature to death. Hello, neighbor. Thought that was my cat being crazy, but it was not. Now, do wood shavings have any markup? The last time they sold was in October of last year. So unfortunately, well actually, you know what, it's such a small amount. I like to hide random things, even though my storage is maxed out. It's not good. Crap, what am I gonna do? I need to get rid of like some of these. I don't know what. Just throw some of these in my inventory. Where'd you going? Alright. Just hide them down there. So that's wood chopping. Other things you can do in Entropia are mining for ores. Let's buy, see, I don't like buying the probes, but we'll just give a brief description of mining and we'll do some mining next time. So, when you mine, you need to drop a probe, and oh god, let's just do it. Where are they at? Survey probe. We'll buy 5 ped worth of survey probes. And we'll use the crappy TT finder. You could just buy from the TT that uses 30 of these doodads. If you want to search for just energy matter, it's 10. If you want to search for mineral ores, it's an extra 20. I suggest searching for both because double the chance, you know? And mineral ores are typically, for the most part, they don't really have much of a higher value, but I feel like they're more present. So we've got our probes heading out into the wilderness. Thought I saw an item pop on the ground and got excited. But that wasn't true. No, that's actually not the TT one. That's my Finder F1 at 1. That's the big one. So 3 survey probes. That's more like it. We'll use our tool to drop one. You can mine anywhere except for some areas like a face of a mountain, we'll say, that you can't mine there. You can find different minerals throughout. There are some common minerals that can be found anywhere. And mining is basically just a sheer gamble to the area. With hunting, you're kind of, you're shooting something. There's like a really high chance of getting something back from it. So, hunting I find a little bit more palatable as a profession. I feel like crafting and mining are very just blind risk. Where hunting, there's a lot more calculated areas. We are not having very much luck finding anything. We'll keep going. Just gonna walk my way up to the daily that I have to do later. And we'll mine our way there. Oh, that's sad. My thing expired. But that's awesome because we got 2. You can check your top tab and see the energy matter resource deed and the mineral resource deed. Take a look. Calderite stone and an unknown. Next thing you will need to equip, also purchased at the TT, is the Genesis Star Basic Excavator that's needed to pull the ores that you've claimed out of the ground. Auto use tool. 0.34 calderite stone, not bad. And 0.14 milk water, so together that's 0.48. And that probe drop was 3 probes at a price of, I don't even know. Couldn't even tell you how much one is. Can tell you how much one is. 3 of those was 0.15, and that paid itself back, and then some. And the also unappealing part of mining is just the sheer boredom factor of it. It's definitely not for me. We'll try our luck with a couple more. No resources again. We've at least gained some skills while doing these random tasks that I never do, which is great. The place no one thinks to mine is in the middle of the road, man. Haha. Mineral. It's an unknown one. An unknown. 0.34 Belcar stone, so we're paying back slowly. We're making up for some of our lost drops, really. With mining, I've noticed a lot of it is, your paybacks will be like, here's your payback for the one that you missed before this. Mining losses in general, I haven't had like huge ones, but that's because I don't really mine with big amped finders. Like, that's just scary at that point. Dropping a couple dollars every time you drop a probe. Not for me. Minimal. I've never even seen that. That's gotta be so low. .16 paid itself back exactly because of the decay on this thing. And one last drop for good luck. $20. Bell Carstone for .26. And as we approach the daily, we lost what? .06. And how many probes? .06 and 1.05. So 1.11 was used. And 1.24 was acquired, if I'm doing that math. Yes, we made a profit of .13. So it made up for our losses of chopping wood almost. We're still down in the hole 2 peck, which is one shadow again. But luckily, when you're not in a PvP zone, you can shoot the air all you want. It's not going to burn out your ammo. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Basics of Entropia video. There's going to be more coming soon. I don't want to jump ahead. So we're taking it slow. There's some wood chopping and some mining to hold you over, and there will be more videos coming soon, so stick around.